losing to Perps and Kursix. So based on that, yeah, I would say kind of a stranger to top 8, but hopefully someone who will stick around going into this. But we have our game ready to go right in front of us. It's Kylar Alice versus Shadow. Two names that I'm sure most people are familiar with if they have their ear to the ground at all on the Australian scene. And we're coming in, we've seen several Scythe players today, we've seen a lot of Axe players today, but we haven't really seen any Nyx, haven't seen much Jala, and we also haven't seen blasters like this coming out from Kylar Alice 10 seconds into the game, and he's put out about 50 damage.
Yeah, Kylar Alice, he's definitely, if we were going to expect one of the two people in here to be playing the Jala, Kylar Alice kind of would have been the expected one. But we've seen some pops of his blasters here and there, as he's definitely been a long-time competitor in the Australian region. But right now, he is putting that hurt onto Shadow. Nice little downlight side air. Surprised he didn't try to go for the recovery, considering how high they were. Could have been that potential early knockout, but I can't blame him for going for that easy true combo, as the side air is going to finish off the first stock.
Yeah, 45 seconds. It didn't take much longer after that first initial barrage of 50-plus damage for him to clean up that stock here. I don't think we've seen Enigma very much today at all in North America. So right out of the gate here, one of the few stages that we haven't seen much of today.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting. Of course, it's one of those tri-platform maps alongside the likes of Great Hall, and sometimes you kind of categorize Miami Dome in that same field of, like, if somebody likes a tri-platform map, they might like Enigma as well. But you're kind of seeing why it can be a little bit difficult. It forces you into these awkward situations where these platforms end up ledge canceling a lot of attacks, or you have to kind of go in towards that center zone like they're playing right now.
Well, it seems like Kylar doesn't really care where he is whatsoever. You see him going over to the left, he'll go high, he'll go around, he'll go to the center of the stage, and it took a minute and a half, no matter where he was, for Shadow to find the knockout, despite playing a character with true combo kill options on the sword and a very strong signature kit and very high force as well to boot. So Kylar is starting off this set extremely well, already has Shadow in the knockout range. That side signature just a little bit too close with Shadow for that to pick up. It doesn't quite hit stacked.
Yeah, but speaking of the Nyx signature kit, that down signature got a recent buff, so might see Kylar Alice start to bring that out a little bit more frequently, as it can be a little bit safer now. You see him trying to go for that neutralite into the recovery. Of course, no easy knockout. True combos for the Scythe. He's got to find that read onto Shadow. He does have Shadow in that damage department, so could easily go for like just a kick off the stage with that downlight forward push, but instead he's going to go for the pullback, trying to get another read.
Yeah, Shadow's doing a great job fighting his way back into this. That side air ended up turning Kylar Alice red. You were seeing the moves that Kylar was throwing in the middle of the stage. Shadow was maintaining a lot of stage control and positioning directly in the middle of the stage, so that even if Kylar, like if he wasn't trying for a read or something and he was trying for a strong downlight, it wasn't going to knock out from the middle of the stage. So fantastic positioning from Shadow and movement as well to keep away from Kylar Alice's knockout options. Sidelight into the side air, sidelight into the side air, both side airs missing. Kylar needs the knockout move. The D-light side air doesn't connect. Finally gets the unarmed recovery for the knockout off the top. About 80 damage done on this final stock for Kylar Alice, though he's got to be very careful.
Yeah, that knockout is not something he can rely on. You saw him really struggling to find the knockout with the blasters, and instead kind of almost got lucky, was able to avoid Shadow's recovery, some good dodge reads out of it, but still, he can't rely on Shadow overcommitting for those axe recoveries to get that unarmed recovery.
It almost didn't even, or sorry, it almost did look like nice D-light into the... Oh, neutral signature gets the side air as well. So he was able to clean it up here. He goes back to the stage, wants to get the pop-up with the D-light side air, hits the D-light side air, but it looked like the one before that where on the previous stock when he missed the D-light side air, it almost looked like the D-light popped Shadow up too much. I don't think that's necessarily what happened. It just kind of looked like that to me based on how much damage was on Shadow's stock and how far he got popped up.
Yeah, that D-light does not have a lot of variable force. Like, I don't even know if it has any variable force. It might kill at 300 if you go into test features, but it's definitely not something that you'll see pop up into a position where it can't go for the standard true combo follow-ups very frequently.
Did you know the max damage you can put onto someone, like from the menu setting the damage in training mode, is 700 damage?
That's an interesting number for it to be.
Yeah, I learned that today.
Just in personal testing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a little
Learn
quick aside,
something.
but Kylar still wants to be on the blasters. His blasters were looking pretty good. If he can find a way to confirm those knockouts, which that might actually be what's spurring this switch over to Cassidy with the true combo D-Light into the side air, and pretty much 80% of Hammer's kit, depending on where you hit it, does have a knockout option.
Yeah, not to mention, of course, Cassidy, very high dexterity character, and can go for D-Light and Sig on the hammer, but apparently on the blasters as well, as he connects. That neutral signature is very good for Cassidy because it covers both in front and behind. So if you try to dodge over it, you might get caught by the second shot.
Neutral light coming out from Kylar. Alice backs up just a little bit to overspace the side light from Shadow. Finding quite a bit of damage here. He's able to continue that. He has Shadow in the orange. Recovery coming out on the edge. That could be scary for Shadow even now.
You see Kylar Alice really playing for that stomp. He had Shadow on that right side corner, so he knew that if he had enough damage on him, could go for that stomp sider. So he's really looking for that positioning. Really good movement from Shadow to get on stage, get that turnaround, get that knockout, keep this one kind of close.
Neutral light from Shadow sending Kylar over to the left. Kylar breathing just on the wall for a minute before coming back. Side air has Shadow almost in knockout potential. That turns him red. Side light into the side air. Still living. Down air going to bounce off the platform. D-light from Shadow. Kylar Alice now in the red. Neutral light sends off screen. Is he going to be able to confirm the edge guard here? No weapon toss coming out. Lets him get back. Side light hits. Side air misses. Neutral light hits for the kill.
Shadow putting in so much hurt with this axe. Unfortunately, this isn't a matchmaking game, so this damage isn't going towards his Battle Pass mission, but still, he is putting out the damage. Kylar Alice does find the side air to finish off the stock, and it looked like he wanted to stick with the hammer for a hot minute, but unfortunately for him, it despawned.
Dude, that's the worst thing about playing in tournaments is you don't get credit towards Battle Pass. Like, you could be grinding. That's probably why Wrench went down so early, is because he wanted to grind Battle Pass more.
Yeah, he needs those battle gems. Nice wake-up ground pound from Shadow. Knows that Kylar Alice likes to go for a second nair off that first one. Ooh. And a big side air is going to lead to the knockout. Shadow holding on.
Kylar Alice thinking about the character, and it's going to be a swap to Onyx. Ooh, and he's defense Onyx as well. 9 defense Onyx. Going to be tough to kill, but if any character is up to the task, one of them is definitely going to be Jala up there. Strong weapons, strong force, true combo kill options, and a fantastic signature kit.
All right, it's an interesting pick on this Onyx. Of course, no carryover to the previous picks of the Nyx and the Cassidy for Kylar Alice. But at the same time, with how much damage Shadow is doing with that axe, I kind of respect Kylar Alice going for a defensive character.
Shadow just juggling the weapons, keeping Kylar Alice starved. There's a spawn coming in, grabs the cannon. Let's see what he's able to do with the cannon. Some people have definitely... Oh, man!
Yo.
That sent him really far. Any other character that might have knocked
nice
out the
nair.
nair. Chase dodge up into the side air to get back.
He needed that
damage,
nair,
but he's in the red.
Still, the side air launches Kylar Alice off stage. Shadow unfortunately lands on stage with that ground pound, but Kylar Alice is so hurt. Shadow doing so much work with this axe. The side air will take the first stock off of Kylar Alice here in game number 3.
I think the side air that hit before that didn't knock him out, that probably would have killed any other character in the game.
Yeah, except a 9 defense Onyx. Maybe even if he wasn't in the defense stance.
There are not many times you're going to live from an axe side air when you're in red. Sword coming in for Shadow. The Nair's trying to launch Shadow off the top.
Big side air, still not enough to take down this low defense Jala. Great dodge from Shadow to get past Kylar Alice, who's really looking for these Nair knockouts. Ground pound doesn't connect, but still Kylar Alice above Shadow. Finally, the side air will do it.
See him juggling the weapons. He actually goes over to the gauntlets. We haven't really seen too much from the gauntlets so far this game. It's mostly been unarmed or cannon.
Yo, the recent buffs to cannon really working out for Kylar Alice. Of course, the sidelight does not have as much variable force behind it anymore, so at higher health, you can still go for those follow-ups that you're doing at low health. There you see him again going for the sidelight. This time, trying to read Shadow dodging through, so he's going for that backward side air. Nice big side signature. coming out from Kylar Alice as well, putting in the damage. Could get this stock off of Shadow soon.
And that's what I was hoping to see more of from him, is the side signature on Cannon. Very highly thought of by a lot of people in the community. When I was watching FaZe on stream yesterday, he was playing some Onyx as well. Man, he was throwing that out like crazy. He was gravity canceling it on the edge, throwing it out in so many different options, just in raw neutral. That side signature on Cannon, man, it's so good.
Dude, not to mention the neutral signature can come out pretty quick, some surprisingly quick moves. And of course, it's got that down signature if you stack up too close. But Shadow's got some moves if you get too close to him, as he connects with the axe sider and does a handstand just in celebration. I think he's feeling pretty confident right now.
He needs to be careful because he's getting close to knockout percent. Kind of a long game, though, coming into this. About 3 minutes in. There's the D-Light, the side light missing. Neutral light out from Shadow. Has Kylar almost in the orange. That dare is going to turn Shadow red. Side air launching him. Kylar has stage control, gets the weapon. Shadow is disarmed. Nair almost makes contact, but Shadow dodges through it. Gravity cancel D-Light into the Nair for the knockout. Kylar Alice is going to take that one with actually a solid damage lead. Almost 200 more damage than he did between him and Shadow.
And of course, no character swaps coming out from Shadow. Shadow's been doing so well with this Jala pick. Going to be leaving 2 tri-platform maps in Crystal Temple as Kylar Alice plays Wheel of Characters, spun the wheel and landed on Koji this time for game number 4.
Now, this is a character he spent a considerable amount of time on. Didn't happen to catch his character level with it. I don't expect his Onyx to be very high just because he went default skin and yellow color scheme. That could just be personal preference, but usually you don't quite see that on people who have spent a considerable amount of time on a character. But obviously his Koji is a different story.
Yeah, this is definitely a character that Kylar Alice has put in quite a bit of time into, really learning the nuances of this character. And of course, still very effective with this bow. Connects with the downlight side air, just taking a lot of stage control. Nice neutral signature underneath that soft platform. Shadow thought he was safe.
Ooh, just getting below that ground pound from Shadow. I thought that was for sure going to hit. There's the side air. That's going to be the stock. Kylar Alice with that air footsies right around those axe swings, was able to take advantage of it, got above him, got that knockout, and again reads the dodge down, able to connect with more damage, try to go for a second downlight, just trying to add up as much damage as he can, but still some fantastic reads from Kylar Alice as he gets another stock off of Shadow. Why didn't he play Koji first?
Yeah, he's just playing Wheel of Characters. He's got to keep spinning.
It's winners finals. You don't got to do that, man. This Koji is looking amazing.
Yo, it's Kylar Alice. He's one of the
Shadow
favorites, right?
Okay.
Like he's got to feel confident, right? It's Kylar Alice. He's won so many times for the Australian region. Maybe he's got a little bit of confidence behind him, but right now he's off stage, avoids the side air, gets the turnaround onto Shadow. Shadow running out of jumps as the side sig connects. Shadow might not have enough, goes for the deep side sig, and Kylar Alice goes for the style points, putting a cherry on top of that one with that ground pound. As Kylar Alice, I think that's a finisher. Yeah, 3-1. Kylar Alice going in the grand finals.